South Africa's troubled state-owned power utility, Eskom, has been the subject of intense scrutiny over the years, with frequent breakdowns leading to power outages and economic losses. Now, a recent report suggests that Public Enterprises Minister, Pravin Gordhan, may have instructed Eskom CEO, Andre de Ruyter, to gather intelligence on the company's problems. According to the report, Gordhan had sought the advice of renowned South African health ombudsman, Professor Maligapuru Mark Gorber, who was appointed to serve as a member of Eskom's board. Mark Gorber allegedly advised Gordhan to have de Ruyter gather intelligence on Eskom's challenges, including its aging infrastructure, financial woes, and the threat of load shedding. The move comes at a time when Eskom is facing several challenges. The company has been struggling to keep its coal-fired power stations running due to a shortage of coal, while its finances have been in disarray, with debt levels soaring to over 400 billion rand. Additionally, Eskom has faced frequent accusations of corruption and mismanagement, leading to a public outcry. Gordhan has been a vocal critic of Eskom's troubles, and has repeatedly stated that the power utility is in urgent need of reform. In a recent address to Parliament, Gordhan said that Eskom needed to be restructured and repositioned to ensure that it could meet South Africa's growing energy needs. The latest report on Gordhan's alleged instruction to de Ruyter has sparked controversy, with some questioning whether it is appropriate for a government minister to instruct a CEO to gather intelligence on a state-owned company. However, others argue that it is crucial for the government to have a clear understanding of Eskom's problems and how they can be addressed. The South African government has taken several steps to address Eskom's challenges over the years. In 2019, President Cyril Ramaphosa appointed a special task team to investigate Eskom's problems and recommend solutions. The team's report recommended several measures, including the restructuring of Eskom into 3 separate entities, to improve its financial viability. However, the restructuring process has been slow and contentious, with trade unions and other stakeholders opposing the plan. Meanwhile, Eskom's debt continues to rise, and the threat of load shedding looms large. South Africa's energy sector is critical to the country's economic growth, and Eskom's troubles have had a significant impact on the country's economy. According to a report by the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, load shedding cost the South African economy over 60 billion rand in 2019 alone. The report also noted that South Africa's energy sector was at a crossroads, and that urgent action was needed to ensure the country's energy security. The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research recommended several measures, including the adoption of renewable energy sources and the creation of a more competitive and diversified energy market. In conclusion, Eskom's problems have been a major challenge for South Africa's energy sector and the country's economy as a whole. The latest report on Gordhan's alleged instruction to de Ruyter underscores the urgent need for the government to take decisive action to address Eskom's problems and ensure that the country's energy needs are met. With load shedding continuing to be a threat, it is critical that the government moves quickly to implement the necessary reforms to secure South Africa's energy future. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.